Hey guys, it's Robin, and sorry about the horrible quality. I'm currently using my laptop camera because my DSLR is acting up recently. But today, or in this video, I am going to be talking about why I started YouTube and also why I love Teen Top and GOT7. A lot of people just thought I started YouTube for the views and to be famous. No, you have that all wrong. But I guess I should start from the beginning. Back in 2010, before Teen Top debuted, which was July 10th, um, probably around February 2010. I'm 12 years old. Okay, in middle school at this point. Um, I hit a state of depression. Now, my depression was not severe, but then again, I didn't make it to be severe, if that makes any sense. I actually didn't tell anyone in my family about my depression until probably 2 years ago. So obviously that was it was 4 years of me being in depression, and no one really knew about it. So yeah, in 2010, I hit a state of depression, and I just felt really lonely because no one really liked me. I mean, at this point, I was already I liked K-pop, but I wasn't fully committed until Teen Top debuted in July. But people knew I knew K-pop, and this is also whenever I started trying to learn Japanese. So a lot of people found me very weird and did not really want to be my friend. This is a time where judgment was huge. Um, so yeah, it was really hard for me to make friends in middle school. I remember I only had three, and I couldn't really call them my real friends because I didn't hang out with them after school or anything. Your true friends are friends that you hang out with after school too. So yeah, I couldn't really consider them friends. But yeah, sorry, I need to turn this off. So yeah, those were my friends. I had three friends. I did do tennis, but no one in tennis really liked me. And yeah, that was pretty much my freaking middle school career. Teen Top ended up debuting in July, on July 10th, 2010. And I guess it kind of gave me a little light. Showed me that there's something better coming into my life, and hence the reason why I love Teen Top so much. They kind of helped me, I guess you would say. I wasn't having suicidal thoughts at this point. That comes later, but, you know, they really helped me get through school. And then in February 2011, which is, the next year of school for me, that's whenever I started my first ever YouTube channel. Now, the name of it was really ridiculous. You actually can't find it anymore. I can't even remember. It was something about my middle name now. So, it was just really weird. It was a really weird name. I actually didn't do anything K-pop related because this is whenever no one was really doing anything K-pop related on YouTube. Therefore, I didn't want to stand out. And also because the people that inspired me to do YouTube were daily vloggers. Charles Trippy and Jesse and Gina from Prank vs. Prank. Too bad they're split up now, which makes me really sad. But yeah, they inspired me to kind of start vlogging. So on that channel, I did vlog. But I had 20 subscribers, and I was really happy about that. So yeah, and I felt like I wasn't alone. And then in 2012, I created another YouTube channel. This one you can actually find. It's Robin L. Rush. It was the first YouTube channel that I actually started doing K-pop related content on. I actually uploaded a video of me meeting one of my inspirations, Charles Trippy, on that channel. I still remember that vlog. Like it was yesterday. Yeah, it was really interesting. He was actually one of my really favorite bands at the time, We the Kings. So yeah, if you guys know who they are. So yeah, that's my second channel, and I have 60, so I got to 50 subscribers, and I felt like I was I felt like I knew every single one of my subscribers. Oh my gosh, I felt so happy to have that channel because I didn't feel alone anymore. Continuing on, in 2013, I created this channel that you're watching this on, K-pop 101. It used to have 3 other girls on the channel with me, but, earlier this year, I decided that I should do the channel by myself. It was for the better, in my opinion, and it was a decision that had to be made. But yeah, I made this channel 2013, late 2013, and the response was pretty good. I mean, a lot of people, like a lot of huge inspirations, YouTuber-wise, like K-pop YouTuber-wise, knew who I was, and it also like helped me gain like really good friends that I can trust with my life pretty much. Even though like we haven't met in person, I have a feeling like I just know that they'll be there for me throughout my whole life. And yeah, I'm really happy that this it's not like super popular. Like not everyone knows me, but people who I look up to knew who I was when I first talked to them, and I was like, what? So yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, 2013, this YouTube channel starts up, and got our first 100 within a week. I thought that was freaking awesome. I started like crying. I remember exactly where I was when we got our first 100. I just started crying. But yeah, so that all happened. But as all this is progressing, my depression started getting worse. I still wasn't thinking suicidal thoughts, but it was just getting worse. Like everyone kept judging me at school. Everyone would say rumors about me and stuff like that, and it just got the best of me, I guess. I mean, I was still I wasn't a straight A student anymore, let me just say that. All these rumors and stuff got to me to where I was not a straight A student anymore. I even thought about dropping out of school. My parents don't know about that. But yeah, I even thought about dropping out of school because it got so bad. Let's see. Around late 2014, early 2015, that is when my depression got really bad. I don't remember exactly when, but in 2014, Teen Top announced that they were having a US tour. Now, obviously me, huge ass Teen Top fan over here. I mean, look, you can like see my albums up here. So, or my signed albums up there. But yeah, they announced that they were having a US tour, and they were under Crowd Pop. Now, if you guys don't know about all the drama that's going on with Crowd Pop right now, yeah, they're a horrible freaking business. But yeah, they practically use Teen Top as guinea pigs, which really pisses me off. I was just like, what the hell? So they announced cities that they would be going to, and it was like San Jose, San Jose, LA, New York, Toronto, and Dallas. And we had to fund money to get them to come. And they said, if you don't fund this amount of money, they're not coming. And the way we funded it was buying tickets. So I remember the day I asked my dad to let me go to Teen Top, he was driving me to school. And he was driving me to school. And I just went, this is when I told my dad about my whole depression story. And I was just like, Dad, I need to see them. I absolutely need to see them. They've helped me through everything. Like, if it wasn't for them, I feel like I would not be in school right now. I feel like I would not be doing as well in school right now as I am. Like, they're the only people that keep my motive going. I mean, they're my inspiration to keep going. I was saying that stuff, and I convinced my dad to let me go. So he paid for the tickets, but Dallas did not end up happening. And what really pisses me off now, if you're from Canada, I don't mean to, like, freaking put you on the spot or anything. It just makes me angry because they did not keep to the code. And I tweeted about this too, and some people that were my friends, got really pissed about it, and I'm just kind of like, well, it's not fair. But the Toronto venue, they did not raise the goal. The goal was like $150,000. And they did not reach the goal, but yet they still got their show. Like, how is that fair in any type of way? I remember San Jose, LA, and New York, they all reached their goals, but Toronto and Dallas did not. But yet, they still gave Toronto their show. Like, how can you just say that you have to reach this goal, and if you don't, you're not getting the concert, and then give it to Toronto and not Dallas? Okay? Like, that's stupid in my opinion. Like, you have to keep your word. And I understand that they found a cheaper venue, but I'm pretty sure you could find a cheaper venue in Dallas as well. Like, if not Dallas, and like go to Denton or Carrollton. Like, there's cheap venues in Carrollton. I know that for a fact. But yeah, it just made me very angry because of that, because they did not keep their word. Sorry, I had to vent that. So yeah, obviously Dallas did not happen, and I was crushed. I was absolutely crushed because my Ultimate Bias group was so close, and I was so close to seeing my like inspirations for practically everything. The people that like got me through everything. And I didn't get to see them. And I was crushed. That's when my depression kind of skyrocketed, and it really sucked. I remember in my GOT7 girls reaction, I was not feeling it. I like GOT7. I mean, I liked them at the time, but I was not feeling it. So, yeah. Going into 2015, everything that happened in 2014 just carried over. My depression kept going higher and higher, and it was getting annoying. And I remember in early 2015, this is whenever this channel started getting a good amount of views, okay? Not like huge amount of views, but decent amount for like the small channel that we were at the time. And I kept putting myself down. I kept saying, oh, it's not that much. We don't have that many subscribers. That's not that many views, and blah, blah, blah. All that stuff. And it just kind of created a whole new mentality for myself. And it really sucked. It really sucked. Early 2015, Eric Nam released that he was also going to have a tour in the US. And I decided that if I'm not going to see Teen Top, then I should go see Eric Nam. You know, I was super excited. Freaking, oh my gosh. So I asked my dad if I could go see Eric Nam. He said yeah, because I didn't get to go see Teen Top. And he knew how crushed I was from Teen Top. So we bought tickets and everything. And this is like with TGM. Yeah, if you guys don't know what happened with TGM, they're bullshit. So yeah, that fell through, obviously. So my dad got the refund, thank God. And I tried getting a refund for my merch that I ordered, but I never got it, which really sucks. But yeah. But what's really funny is I actually posted a picture on my Instagram talking about how I was going to Eric Nam, and Eric freaking liked it, and I cried like a baby when I saw that in tennis. I cried like a baby. So yeah, Eric Nam fell through. And I was just like, is anything gonna go right for me? Are you fucking serious right now? Nothing's going right. And at this point, I'm in high school, and my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, I had this girl in my tennis class who absolutely hated my guts for the most stupidest reason you could ever think of. Okay? And yeah, so she practically made my life a living hell every single day I went to tennis until this year, because she's not there anymore. But yeah, she made my life a living hell. And her best friend, which is not really her best friend, because if you were best friends, you'd still be talking to this day, right? Her best friend started ganging up on me too, and she practically got a lot of people that I am chill with today gang up on me, which is, oh my god, it's so stupid. So yeah, my life is a living hell. Both Eric Nam and Teen Top fell through. This girl's giving me shit. Like, my grades are falling through. Like, I'm passing with, like, 70s. Like, what is happening? So then, in early April, GOT7 releases that they are having a US fan meet, and that they are coming to Dallas. And obviously, I wanted to freaking go. Because at this time, it's when I'm, thinking about committing suicide. This is when I started having suicidal thoughts. Like, practically right after Eric Nam fell through, that's when I started having suicidal thoughts. So, GOT7 released that they were having a US fan meet. and I wanted to go. Because anytime I would have suicidal thoughts, oh my god, I'm gonna cry if I say this. Anytime I would have suicidal thoughts, I would play Teen Top or GOT7. And they would make me feel better. And right now, it's not suicidal thoughts, it's just when I hit a state of depression. Like, whenever I feel depressed, I listen to GOT7 a little bit more than Teen Top, but that's mainly because they just released their, like, new album, Hard Carry. So, yeah, I would listen to Teen Top and GOT7. And I remember anytime I would try to do anything, I couldn't do it because of the posters that I have in my room. Back then, it wasn't to this full capacity. I think I had, like, 4 or 5 Teen Top posters, and that was it. I had 4 or 5 Teen Top posters and an Infinite poster. So, yeah, it wasn't much. And this is back whenever my freaking room was covered in Teen Top pictures. Oh my gosh, oh my god. The fact that I spent so many hours and days doing that to my room, I cried when I took all those pictures down. Wasted a lot of freaking ink too, but yeah, back in the day, my room was just covered in Teen Top pictures, and then I had like a little section for Boyfriend, because Boyfriend was like in my second bias group at the time. But I tore that down, and because I started buying posters, and I remember whenever I tried to do anything, I didn't have the guts to do it, because I would look at my Teen Top posters, and I remember the exact one I would look at whenever I tried doing anything, and it was my Teen Top Class Edition one. I remember any time I tried, I would look at either the Teen Top Class Edition or, which one was it? Rocking. No, it wasn't Class Edition, it was Artist and Rock, the Class. So I would look at those albums anytime I thought about doing it, or those, not albums, I would look at those posters anytime I thought about doing anything. And I would just start crying. Like, I look at the posters, and who was my bias at this time? Oh, Chunji started being my bias at the time. I would look at them, and I'd look at Chunji, and I'd be like, but I want to meet you, so I can't. I would do that. And then I'd listen to GOT7, and I'd just be like, no, I want to meet GOT7. I need to meet GOT7, that whole thing. So GOT7 releases that they're coming to the US, and obviously I want to freaking go to the show in Dallas. I remember exactly when this happened. The day of ticket sales. 10 freaking minutes before ticket sales went online. My dad was playing Sudoku on the computer, and I went up to him, crying, begging him to let me go to GOT7. He kept saying no. And I was like, I'll pay you back. Because at the time I had a really, really, really good time, paying summer job. And I was like, Dad, I'll pay you back with that money. Please, 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 please let me go. Please. I'll even pay for Casey's ticket. Like, let me go. I was crying and begging my dad. And he said no, because it was on a Sunday. And the thing is my dad is very strict about school. Like, he hates it when I miss school. Like, he hates it a lot. I was shocked that whenever it came to Teen Top and I told him it was on a Sunday, he was like, it's okay, we can go. I think it's because he knew about my depression at that point. Pretty much how I convinced him is, you didn't care that Teen Top and Eric Nam was on a Sunday. What makes this one any more different? And he just kind of looked at me, and he goes, fine, but you better pay me back. So, that's how I got to go to GOT7. And may I just say, it was amazing. Like, they were freaking amazing. Like, oh my god. So yeah, I was really happy. And I remember whenever we got there, Nika decided to get out so she could go see her friend that was in line. And on the moment she got out of that car, I freaking started bawling like a baby, because I couldn't believe something right was going in my life, and it kind of led to my depression. And I remember I was so excited. I got to see GOT7. I got to say hi to Jin Young, and I still can't believe that. Good thing Mark was my bias at the time, because if it was Jin Young, I would not have been able to say anything to Jin Young. So yeah, that happened. Lifted up my spirits. So then, going on, into my junior year. Let's see, what all happened junior year? Junior year is a living hell. Living hell. Junior year is the worst year yet. So yeah, I was having a hard time in school because of my classes. Rumors were still going around. That girl in tennis was still giving me a living hell, along with her best friend. And yeah, it was just great. So pretty much the first semester was eh. I mean, okay, whatever. Second semester, on January 28th of 2016 of this year, I got into a car accident. And I can't even explain what happened because it happened all so fast. But let's just say when I got out of my car, the paramedic and the cop in the car said that it wasn't a miracle that I got out of that car conscious without the airbags deploying. Because my airbags didn't deploy. And I hit my head on the steering wheel and the side mirror. And yeah, I didn't go to the hospital. The paramedics just kind of looked at me. They're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." But having a cop and a paramedic to tell you that makes you realize how valuable your life is. And I pray to God every single day, thanking him that I'm alive. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I'm crying. But yeah, and that kind of started off as like the hell of 2016, because honestly, I have only had like one good thing happen to me this year, and everything else has been like a living hell. So that happened, and then when I got to tennis, like the next day, I remember everyone was just like, "You suck at driving" and stuff, and kept making fun of me. Even my coach was making fun of me. And I just kind of, one day I went to his office, I was like, "Please don't make fun of my driving anymore, because I don't want to think about that right now. I don't want to ever remember that. I want that memory to get out of my mind, you know?" So, yeah, that happened. Let's see, what else? Just a lot of drama going on. People getting on my nerves because they won't shut up. They won't own up to what they say, you know? Stuff like that. High school stuff. But in March, Teen Top announced that they were coming back to the US. And that they were legit coming to Dallas. I was super stoked. But I was also super nervous. Because the day Teen Top's concert fell on was on a Friday. Which meant I had to miss that day of school to get to Dallas. Because I don't live in Dallas, sadly. So, yeah, I had to miss school so I could get to Dallas. I remember I was so scared to ask my dad, because he hates it when I'm at school. Absolutely hates it. And I know why. I understand why. You want me to get a good education. I completely understand that. But I was so nervous to ask him, to where I asked my sister and my mom to help me convince him, or to just stand by me when I ask him. You know, I was freaking nervous as hell. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to ask him. So then when I got the guts to ask him, he was watching a basketball game, and my sister and I sat on the couch. My mom sat in her chair, and my dad was obviously sitting in his. And it got to the point, I remember this specifically, I was eating kimchi. How cliche. I was eating kimchi, and I don't really like spicy stuff, but I was eating kimchi, and then I just started crying like a freaking baby. Started bawling ass. And my dad was like, "What's wrong with her?" And I looked at my sister, and I was like, "You're gonna have to ask him. I don't have the guts. I really can't." Like, I bawling my eyes out. And then my sister just went, "She wants to go see Teen Top in Dallas." And my dad was like, "No." And she was like, "But Dad, you know how much Teen Top means to her. Teen Top means the world to her. Teen Top and GOT7 have saved her. Like, without them, where do you think she would be right now? Probably not with us, you know. Because my sister knew about my depression since 2013. But yeah, sorry, I'm like crying thinking about this. And my dad like looked at me. He goes, "When is it?" I said, "April 8th. Where is it at?" Told him the venue location. Told him that I have everything planned out. I'm gonna be staying with my aunt. Aaliyah's gonna take me because Casey can't, because my sister had a thing. I really wish she took me though. And stuff like that. I'm paying for my own ticket. I'm only going to be missing 1 day of school. It's not going to be 2, it's going to be 1. And I can most definitely get my makeup work. And I'll be ready. You know, crying. And my dad, like, took a minute. And he looked at my mom and said, "What do you think?" She said, "I think she needs to go. Because where would she be without them?" Sorry, I'm crying again. Oh my god. So yeah. My dad ended up saying yes. And yeah, that's how I got to go see Teen Top. And it's really awesome considering that I got to go see my Ultimate Bias group. Finally. Got to go see the 2 groups that practically, I would like to think, saved my ass. Kept me alive. Because without them, I don't think I would be here right now. I honestly don't. I'm sorry, I'm like staring at the poster behind me and I'm like crying. Okay. So yeah, I went and saw Teen Top, and when I got there I started crying. My aunt took me and I started crying. And then right before rehearsal started, I started kind of tearing up. And then during Chunji's solo of the full, like the actual concert, during Chunji's solo, I bawled like a baby. Like, if you watch my fan cam, you can hear me crying. You can hear me crying. And Aaliyah, like, laughing. So, yeah. And then I got to meet them, kind of, not really. And I got to say 감사합니다. Like, I had the courage to say 감사합니다 to the members, but with Chunji, instead of saying 감사합니다, I said 사랑해요. And I felt very accomplished. I'm telling, like, the main person who inspired me to dance, inspired me to do YouTube, inspired me to do well in school, inspired me to sing. I'm telling the guy who practically kept me alive, 사랑해요. And Misa and Ileana and Aaliyah and Sandy and all my friends that were there, they didn't understand why I was crying so much afterwards. They didn't understand. They thought it was because I had the guts to say that to them. They thought it was because it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Yeah, it might be a once-in-a-lifetime thing, but I got to say 사랑해요 to the guy who kept me alive. And I wish he knew that. But he doesn't. It's just weird. Like, I feel like if I had the guts, if I had the, like, if GOT7 was not my first concert, I would say 사랑해요 to all the members of GOT7. I really wish I said 사랑해요 to all the members of Teen Top. But Chunji was the one who, anytime I thought of horrible things to do to myself, I would look at Chunji. I would listen to Chunji's voice. And when it came to GOT7, I would listen to Mark and Youngjae and Jinyoung. I would listen to them. And it just is like, it's weird. And it's, ugh. I don't know how to explain it in words. It's just an amazing feeling to say 사랑해요 to one of the people that practically kept you alive. So, yeah, that happened. and that kind of lifted my depression. A little bit of my depression came back about 3 or 4 months ago. 3 or 4 months ago, my dog Taz passed away. And it hit my family hard. It didn't hit me that hard because that dog didn't really like me that much. But you know, he was my chingu. He was my friend. He was like the thing that brought our family together, you know? Animals can do that. And he was the one who did that. We got him when I was in 3rd grade. You know, so 9 years with the dog. 9 years. And yeah, it really hit home for my family. Like, my family was very, like, they hit a state of depression after Taz died. And I was sad, but I knew instantly that we needed to get a new dog. Because my family was just moping around, and it didn't feel right without a dog. Now we have this little shit that won't freaking leave anyone alone. Sorry, I really don't like that dog. It's like, most of the time I'm just like, I miss Taz. Like, you know, because I think out of all my family, I was the one that was kind of the least emotional about him. Mainly because I didn't really have a bond with him. The dog I grew up with until 3rd grade, Biscuit, I had a huge bond with her. She was my best friend. I grew up with her. I would call her Bicket for the longest time until I probably turned like 4. I called her Bicket because I couldn't say Biscuit. But yeah, I didn't have a big bond with Taz, so that's the reason why I wasn't really emotionally attached to him. And I just want to give a big shout out to Anna for taking me to the vet when I got news of that. Thanks, Anna, if you're watching. I'm just gonna be surprised if any of you are still watching this by now. So yeah, that kind of made my depression come back a little bit, because no one was expecting it. No one was expecting it. And yeah, as of right now, I don't feel like I'm in depression anymore. Like, I don't feel depressed anymore. I feel very happy, you know? And it's so funny because the other day I had to go shopping with the seniors in tennis, and because we were doing an angel tree, and I had to go shopping with them because it was a senior project. And so many people were like, Robin, why are you so happy and nice right now? You're scaring us. Because for 3 years straight, I held grudges against people. I hated everyone. I still hate a lot of people, actually. But I hated everyone, stuff like that. But this year, it's weird. I'm very happy. I'm very nice to people. I talk to people that I never talked to before. You know, it's weird. It's weird on how you can change within, like, summer, you know? So yeah, that is story. What else? What else is there? YouTube-wise, later in April, that's when I decided that, the channel should just be mine. It was a very hard decision to make, but it needed to be made, in my opinion. So that all happened. What else? Yeah, it's just, I'm so happy that you guys have been there for me, like, for the past, like, 3 years, and I love you guys. And if you're still watching this, how in the hell are you still watching this? But yeah, I feel like so many of you, if you're watching this all the way through, I feel like some of you just might send this to GOT7 or Team Top. Lord help. Do it. Because I would have the guts to send this video to them. I would not have the guts to do it. I still, to this day, cannot tag Jin Young on a picture. Can't do it. Cannot freaking do it. But a lot of people ask me, what is one thing that I want to happen in the future? Like, what is one goal to set for the future? And I said, I want to meet GOT7 and Teen Top, like, officially. Not photo op, not high touch, but for me to be like, 안녕하세요, 라빈이라고 해요, 반갑습니다. 먹고 반갑습니다. I don't know Korean. It is freaking almost 1 a.m. But I wanna be able to formally introduce myself. Be like, 안녕하세요, 람니라고 해요. 반갑습니다. You know, I want to be able to do that. I want to do that in the worst way. I want to have a conversation with them, even though I know for a lot of them I would have to have a conversation in Korean because they don't know English worth a shit. Chunji. But I just want to have a conversation with them, you know? Meet them. Have a conversation with them. Just chill. And then get like a selfie afterwards, you know? Chill. But that is like, that's been my goal probably since 2015. Like early 2015. That's been my goal. And I kind of fulfilled it. Kind of, not really. I mean, I met them, but like I want to formally meet them. But yeah, that's something I really want to do in the future. And I know that God has something better for me set in the future, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. Because I'm ready. I'm ready for it. And yeah, I feel like some of you will send this to them. Please do, because I don't have the guts. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you understand everything now. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, become a #1 today. Be sure to follow me on social media, and I will see you guys all in the next video. 안녕!